Hello and welcome to HDFC Mutual Fund's Laxmi for Laxmi initiative, a financial empowerment program for women and by women. Here, women distributors share the unique behavior of women investors and the hurdles they overcome in their financial journeys. Join us as we empower each other in the world of mutual fund investments. Welcome to Laxmi for Laxmi. Today, I'm really excited to be talking to Amrita Sawhney, who's got truckloads of wisdom, knowledge, and experience under her belt. She's a grandmother based in UP with 39 years in finance and investing. Amrita, I'm so happy. I'm so excited to be talking to you today.
So am I to be sharing my experiences with you, Larissa.
Great. Thank you. So, Amrita, I want to start from when you got married. You and your husband got married and then decided to continue your education. So, you pursued your MBA, he did his CA.
Yes.
Can you just share something about that part of your life?
Larissa, when we got married, my husband was already doing his CA. He hadn't cleared the final. At that time, they had 3 exams. One was the intermediate and 2 groups for the finals. So he was studying for that and side by side working with his brother in his industry here at Allahabad. I'm from Allahabad, Prayagraj now. So when he was studying, I just filled up a paper for my MBA from Allahabad. So it was a very renowned MBA at that time. So I went for my honeymoon. I didn't even realize that I would be able to give the exams because they're coinciding with my dates when I was out. So when my mother called me up and she says, "Can you come back tomorrow?" I said, "What happened?" She says, "The exams have been postponed. Come and give them." So when I got through, so I just joined MBA with nothing in mind. But yeah, I thought I would have wanted to go in the corporate world. That was my dream. My father, who was one of the most amazing marketing people I've ever seen in my life, I learned a lot of marketing from him, how to go about doing things and especially sales. And that's my forte. So my husband used to keep telling me, used to say, "We'll start something together." And so we started with share broking. Later on, we joined up. He branched out totally into mutual funds. Kept telling me, nagging me, "Come join up with me. You do the marketing, I do the back office, and we'll really do very well." I never listened to him. But I suppose you learn with time. So last 2 years, I've been managing mutual funds because unfortunately, I lost my husband. So I'm just carrying on with it and I'm loving what I'm doing.
What is it you love about mutual funds?
Well, stocks, if you're really, really very patient, you do make a lot of money, much more than you'll make in mutual funds. But it's not everybody's cup of tea to be in the stock market, because you are confined to very few options. Because let's say you have 1,00,000 rupees, you can only buy a few shares. If I go the mutual fund route, then I'm being able to participate in a lot of the assets that I would have wanted to buy. You understand? So I feel mutual funds is way safer than being in the stock market. Like today's generation, unfortunately, they're all sitting with laptops and just doing trading, seeing those zero brokerages things and all coming up. It's a market which is moving up. So they are making money, of course, but they don't realize if something like a COVID happens, they'll have lost all their money. Yeah. So I definitely feel mutual funds, and there's so much to read in this and learn from here.
Amrita, from all the decades that you've been in the industry, what has changed in the way women approach investing or money? What significant dynamics have you observed?
I'll tell you, I belong to a small town, so my experience is of a small town person.
Fair enough.
One, during the time that I started working, Larissa, in the stock market, which they call at that time, I started doing, trading for clients. We really did have a very big client base. I had hardly any women coming and, buying stocks. Then towards the end of my 36 years or 37 years that I did trading, I saw a lot of females coming towards my husband's side for mutual funds. I realized that during my time, very few women were financially independent. They weren't working. A lot of them were housewives. So they didn't have access to money as freely as they have now. So that concept, of being financially independent has given a lot of freedom to women to do what they want with their money. So they are coming independently, and they are really, really happy to be investing into mutual funds because they see I have investors who have invested for the last 25 years into mutual funds. Their returns, if they're coming good, then of course women, if they see their husbands doing very well with their money in mutual funds and they are earning members, the women, they will definitely want to come and start making money like that too. So
Amrita, is there a thing that men prefer gravitating towards stocks and women towards funds? Would you say that's true or no? Not at all.
no, I think I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Because men, they don't have time. There are a few, maybe 20% of my clients who are also dabbling in stocks, but the rest of them prefer the mutual fund route for investments because it is tension free for them. I'm here to manage their funds. I take care to see what's doing good, what's not. Do I need to switch from one thing to another, looking into the tax benefits? So it's hassle free for them. You understand?
True.
Stocks I'm not doing, and there's nobody here. So I'm talking of this place. But yes, if you talk of my clients who are based out, mostly they are based out of Allahabad, the HNIs, they are definitely all of them having a portfolio for stocks too.
Got it.
Yeah.
Your clientele is across all ages, right?
Yes. And across the globe.
Okay. So is there any difference in how the younger generation reacts to money and investing compared to the older?
Yes, there is. So let's say a person who is of the lower income strata, they are very cautious when they're investing. But a middle income person, he is willing to take a little risk. Higher income, they are willing to take a lot of risk. They want to go in for aggressive equity stocks, equity mutual funds. But the older generation, they are very comfortable with going in for hybrids, which can give them good systematic withdrawal plans for making their requirements for daily use. So mutual funds are definitely preferences given to by the younger generation to aggressive equity funds, and the senior citizens prefer a little safety with going with hybrid funds.
Okay, amongst the older generation, are many women involved in money and finance?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Can you share examples?
Okay. So I have a friend couple who quite a lump sum of their money, and they need an X amount. So if I'm making money for them, this lady is the one who is looking into her portfolio, keeping a tab. She checks online and keeps calling and confirming. Then there are single women who are looking into their portfolios. I have a lot of women clients now, and they are all very interested and involved with their funds.
Is there a difference in mindset when it's single women versus a married woman? Are they more?
Yes.
In what way?
Single women again go for a little safety. They say 50% into hybrids and 50% I'm willing to take a chance. And again, depending on the age, Larissa, if it's a single who's young and working, she can take a risk. But if it's a senior citizen who's a lady who's single, she would rather have the funds in a safer place, hybrids.
Yeah, there's always the security of another income. That
exactly.
How open are the younger men in getting their wives involved with money?
I think all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All my clients, yes. There was in between a time when the woman would come separately, the man would come separately and say, don't tell my husband about it. And the man would say, please don't tell my wife. And they're both coming to the same place. So I never anyways, talk about anybody's mutual fund to the second client. No. If somebody wants to see what I'm doing, I can show my portfolio. This is it. This is how I've performed. But I won't, kind of reveal anybody's portfolio to the next. No. There are a lot of women who used to do that, but now it's changed. The man comes with the woman, and if he's got grown-up children, they also come. They start investing for the children also. Like, when they've started with their jobs in life, that the thing is, I always tell them, I say, let them start young. When they begin with the job, let them invest something out of it, even if it is 1,000 rupees. So let them get into the habit of saving.
Yeah.
So it has changed a lot.
But, Amrita, let me go back to this example where they used to come separately. What
Yeah.
was the underlying reason? Did they not trust each other with money?
They wanted to keep secrets, I suppose, yes. I'm talking of 15, 20 years ago to now. Yes, they did. Now they're open about it. They're both earning, I'll say some of the women are earning more than their spouses. So the situation has changed quite a bit. Earlier, the woman was earning a meager salary and she would be expected to contribute towards the household expenses. She would save some money and then try to put it into something that her husband doesn't know about.
Right.
They wanted to, yeah.
How does the dynamic play out when the woman earns more than the man?
I have quite a few cases where I have the women earning much more than the men. And they both, they're very open that this is how much I'm going to contribute and this is how much you're going to contribute every month. We need this for our child's education. We need this to buy a house. We need this to buy a car. Let's plan something because we want to go for a holiday. So they're getting together and planning for all those things they want to do together.
So Amrita, let's say a young girl is coming to you and she's going to get married. Okay.
Yeah.
She asks you, or she comes to you and says, give me some advice.
Mm-hmm.
How would you guide her?
Well, when young girls come and they're not married, first thing, they'll come and say, ma'am, this is one very relevant question. Ma'am, when I get married, right now I'm nominating my parents or my brother or my siblings. Will you be able to change the nomination to my husband who's going to be there maybe after another 2 years, 3 years? And is that going to be possible? I say, yeah, it is. So they do have these questions in mind. And I do tell them, you start now because you have no responsibility. You're staying with parents or you're staying independently where you have limited expenses. Yeah. So try and save up the maximum at this time. So they do that.
Do they think...
yeah, sorry.
When it comes to risk, both men and women are on par?
Yeah, I think so.
Do any of them want to retire early? This fire seems to be the...
Yes, this fire which I tell my girls. My children all working like crazy. I say you're burning the candle on both ends. How long do you think it's going to last? So this is the thing they talk about, fire. My younger daughter is heading Zomato HR. She's been there for like 15 years, I think now. My older one is working with Harvard Business Review as a chief editor. My sons-in-law doing both very well. One is, they're all doing very well. And what did you ask me? You just asked me about the fire thing, right?
Yeah.
So I keep telling. Yeah. So they're all saving and they're saving like some of them want to save up to 40-50% of their salary because they say we know we are going to retire soon because we're burning the candles on both ends. We won't survive beyond 45-50 years in the industry. They're really just, I really don't know what this generation is trying to do. I'm 66 and I still feel fit to work. They
Yeah, but there's
don't.
a difference between FIRE. The FI is different from the RE. So you can be
Yeah.
financially independent, but like you need not retire. You are so passionate about your work.
Yes, I am. I'm extremely passionate about my work. I do love. I have financial independence and I do not want to retire.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to really work till the last day of my life.
And I think
I
fire,
would like to.
fire is a very privileged take. A lot of people don't have that option. They have to work for their family,
Yes, you're right.
right?
You're absolutely right. I think I'm very privileged because I have both the things.
Good view. So you often say your role is talking about your passion for your role. It's something like social responsibility. Can you explain that a bit?
What social responsibility I'm performing now is one, I make sure that every person who is associated with me, be it my domestic help, be it my, the iron guy, one who's pressing my clothes, be it the painter who's sitting outside my office and doing odd jobs, be it tailors who my sister, she's running a boutique, be it them, be it each one in my office who joins up, make sure that they start a SIP, they start saving. My children's staff in Delhi, their friends' staffs, they really think that is very embarrassing to say, I want to start 500. I try to tell them that, understand, for me, you're as important as anybody who's investing much more than that. So this is something I feel really good about because it's giving them a growth in their money, which they used to just keep in a, in the house or something. So I get, and I feel very, very good doing that.
And how are the women in the lower socio-economic strata? How open are they to investing?
You have to really talk to them. You have to convince them. They do not know what mutual funds are. They think it's the basic thing is that you're investing directly in the stock market, where they've heard many times people invested and their money has become zero. Those companies have gotten delisted. So their association about mutual funds and stock markets is they're kind of same. So they are scared to put in their money. You have to really explain to them what is a mutual fund, why it's safe, why you got to think of at least a 5 to 10 year term. You can't tell me that today you've invested, I need money tomorrow. Only put in that much that is comfortable for you, so that only when an emergency arises that you pull it out. Otherwise, keep it for your retirement. You are also not having any job that is going to give you a pension. Nobody has that now. So everybody is, when you talk to them, they all understand and they're very willing to do it.
See the importance of the role of a distributor. So important.
Yes. See, Larissa, I have a very senior advocate of the Supreme Court. He's one of my investors. So he said, when you need legal advice, you come to me, don't you? The same way I need financial advice, I'm coming to you. And you got to tell me what to do. I'm not telling you anything. So of course, and like I'll say during the COVID times, I would hear my husband talking with clients in the middle of the night. They were so panicked. Mr. Sahani, don't you think we should pull out all our money? And I would hear him telling them, look, I've been in this line for very many years. This is an opportunity to invest. Please top up. Please top up. He did make a lot of people do that. And the kind of returns they've gotten after that is
Yes,
mind boggling.
of course. Yeah, those who
So,
bought that dip, yeah.
yeah, my daughter had a friend of hers in the building who called up and said, please tell your parents to encash everybody. He was working with it was again a financial line. So he said, tell them to encash for everybody. There's going to be nothing left, take whatever you're getting. My husband said, tell him that I'm topping up. So, he was when next time we met him after about a year, he was so embarrassed to look him into the face. Yeah.
Amrita, tell me some of the women who you've helped, who like your house help, whatever. How do they feel when they see their investments grow?
they bless me for it.
Ah,
They're really so thankful. They said, Didi, aapne aur bhaiya ne, what you've done, we'll never forget.
wow.
Given us security.
If a young girl comes to you and says, Amrita, I want to invest in stocks, how would you tell her? What would you tell her? Would you tell her to balance it between stocks and funds or start with an index fund or what?
No, I would tell her that if you have the time and you understand the stock market, only then put your money there, or you have a long time frame that you're not going to, the younger generation, drop of a hat, I want to buy this, let's encash my stock. So I say, if you're looking at a long-term investment, there's no doubt about it. Do it. Otherwise, come to the mutual funds. Don't do your stocks.
Yeah.
You'll burn your fingers, and they are looking at the fast moving stocks and quick money. And that's not how you make money. Trading has never given anybody money. It's only investment. Staying put with your stocks.
Is there any myth of women in investing that you'd like to bust, that you don't like, that you don't agree with?
About investing?
When it comes to women?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
No.
Okay, then is there any pointers you would like to give women, whatever be their age group, when it comes to their money?
Well, I'd firstly, whatever be their age group, yes. Even for a senior person, I tell them that, look, don't have a short-term time frame for your investments. Keep your investments, do a systematic withdrawal. Let's say you're averaging the worst scenario, even if you're making at an average, let's say a CAGR of 13-14%, which I'm talking is really not the case. It's more than that over a long term. But from there, if you're taking out 8%, look at that, you put your money in an FD and you're leaving your mutual funds for your children, which from the level where you've invested will move up many-fold. Your FD is not going to give you anything. FDs are giving you 7.5% return, and net in hand, because all my clients are HNIs, mostly in the 30% tax slab. The major, like 80% of my AUM is of the 30% tax slab. So what are you getting in hand? Your money is staying stagnant. So for the seniors and for the juniors, I say look at a long-term perspective.
Okay.
Unless, I tell everyone who invests that don't look at a short term for mutual funds. The longer you wait, the more the compounding happens and the more the returns come.
What was the one bit, I would like to end with this, what was the one bit of money advice you and your husband gave to your daughters?
Larissa, the day my daughters started earning, trust me, my husband was so particular about making a budget for them, even for their food. One of my daughters, she was in London. She studied from the London School of Economics. So she was given a budget. This is how much you're going to spend on food per day. And he made her take an education loan just to make her realize that when she starts earning budgeting, she's going to repay her loans. And day one, you're going to start investing. First day, he opened their PPF accounts when they were born. We started investing for them when they were young. But when they started earning, it was something that had to be done. Now their spouses, both my daughter's spouses say, your parents won't let you breathe with your money. It's all the time saving all the time. But yes, he's gotten them into the habit, and now they love to, put in a lot of money into mutual funds because they've been saving from day one of their salaries. Yeah.
And have they passed it on to their children? They've started saving for their kids. Yeah.
Yes. The day the 3 of my grandsons have been born, just a month or 2 months, we've started with their children's plans. All of them.
Okay. So that's advice for every single woman out there now.
I definitely advise all of my children's friends who've got kids that start investing when your child is born. education is so expensive now that you need that money for the education. Why will you pull it out of your savings for yourself of retirement to make your child study? You save for him from now. You save for your holidays. Put in some money aside into something, that you can pull out anytime you like.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Great. Amrita, it's been so nice talking to you. It was fun. It was really fun.
It's really nice talking with you, Larissa, and sharing my experiences with you. Thank you so much, HDFC, for organizing this Zoom call with Larissa so that I could share my life experiences of mutual funds and basically the financial market with her. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amrita. This is Larissa Finance. Thank you so much for watching.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.